My name is Josh Harper, and I am a veterinarian. If I use science in my work on a daily basis, definitely we do. A lot of the things that we do here day to day deal with physiology, biology, anatomy, physics, neurology, and those are all different fields of science. A lot of the things that we do deal with evaluating the efficiency and how systems work, looking for changes in the normal physiology of animals. Sometimes we can, when we see true disease and we see true pathology, it's a little bit more difficult. So to completely reverse it or to change it rapidly. So what we look not only for those changes, but we also look for differences. Is the right side as strong as the left side, or vice versa? We do a lot of math. A lot of the pharmaceuticals that we deal with are on a dosage basis as it pertains to kilograms, body weight, body mass, things like that. So we're constantly calculating body weight so we get accurate and effective dosages so as not to overdose medications or underdose. That could be just as bad. What advice I would give to a college student that wanted to be a veterinarian is, number one, it's a big investment. Financially, time-wise, you need to know that this is what you want to do so that you're not making the investment and then you get out of school and realize that this is not something you want to do. It's a great job, it's a fun job. It can be difficult at times, and there are certain aspects of it that are not pleasant. But if you love it, you know, it's one of those things you can deal with. But the biggest thing, especially with the amount of time and capital investment involved, is to make sure it's what you want to do. Find out as much as you can about the profession. Not just be enamored with the idea of being a veterinarian. You need to be able to explain to them what's going on with their animal, what you would like to do to fix it, and also explain to them what they need to do at home to get things to happen and to get things to be fixed. So my advice as far as financial planning for veterinary school is be well aware of the cost versus the benefit. Veterinary college is expensive. The average veterinary student, I believe in 2012, graduates with at least $160,000 in student loan debt. I have been employed here at Ruskin Documentary Service for a total of 3 years. I started working here right after I graduated from veterinary school at Washington State. Worked here for 2.5 years, and then took 2 years and moved down to Utah, worked at a practice there. And then I started back up here in September, so just over 3 years total. I started this job the week after I graduated from veterinary school. Now it's getting more and more difficult. The market is kind of getting flooded with doctors. There are a lot more veterinarians coming out of school now than there used to be. And it's getting more and more difficult. The year after I graduated was the first year I'd ever heard of veterinarians having a hard time getting a job after school. I've always wanted to be a veterinarian. From when I was a little kid, I worked cattle with my dad and my grandpa. But if there was a way for me to teach on a more regular basis and still be able to practice a little bit and help these animals, I think I would really enjoy that. I had a colleague of mine say, you know, it's okay if you cry on the way home after working. If you're crying on your way to work in the morning, it's a bad sign. Motioning all of the joints just to make sure everything moves within its normal range of motion. And if we have any areas that aren't moving appropriately, then we will make a chiropractic adjustment to get them moving right.
The